Ever wondered how to find the perfect husband? Well, grab a seat and let's dive into this comedic quest. Welcome to our hilarious guide on navigating the quirky world of dating and relationships. Picture this, you're single and the age-old question pops up. Where's Mr. Right? Fear not, because we're about to embark on a journey filled with laughter and lighthearted wisdom. We'll explore the do's and don'ts of modern dating with a comedic twist. From outrageous checklists to the unexpected joys of swiping right, each segment is designed to tickle your funny bone while offering a fresh perspective on finding love. But first, let's set the stage. Imagine asking yourself, is there a secret formula to finding a husband? If you've ever pondered this while sipping coffee or scrolling through memes, you're in the right place. Our mission is to transform these dating dilemmas into a series of amusing anecdotes and tips. So, get ready for a roller coaster ride through the ups and downs of love's unpredictable path. In this series, we'll laugh at the cliches, poke fun at the pressures, and celebrate the unpredictable nature of romance. And remember, this quest isn't just about finding the perfect partner, it's about enjoying every comical moment along the way. Stay tuned as we unfold the first chapter of this delightful adventure. Who knows? You might just discover that finding a husband is less about perfection and more about embracing the joy of the journey. All right, ladies, let's dive right in. First things first, you need your perfect husband checklist. You know, the one where he's 6'2", adores puppies, and can sing like Sinatra at the drop of a hat. Sounds like a dream, right? But here's the kicker. These lists often read more like a fairy tale than reality. We start with this because honestly, who hasn't been tempted to craft the ultimate partner on paper? Picture this. Your checklist is filled with traits so specific they make you laugh. But as we laugh at these hyper-specific demands, it becomes clear that such expectations might just be a tad unrealistic. Now, don't get me wrong, dreaming big is part of the fun, but as we embark on this comedic journey together, so grab your checklist and hold on to your sense of humor, because this adventure in dating is just getting started. Up next, we're stepping into the world of meet-cutes, those magical moments we all dream about but rarely see outside of rom-coms. Stay tuned because the laughs are just beginning. Imagine this. You're in your favorite grocery store, strolling down the produce aisle. You spot it, the last perfectly ripe avocado. But wait, so does he. Your hands touch as you both reach for it, eyes meet, and in that moment, sparks fly. It's the classic meet cute, straight out of a romantic comedy. But let's be real, how often does that happen? Today, we're diving into the fantasy of the meet cute, a charming notion that has fueled countless romantic dreams. Picture this. You're at a bustling coffee shop, juggling your phone, your laptop, and a precarious tower of coffee cups. Suddenly you trip. But instead of disaster, a dashing stranger catches both you and your falling caramel macchiato. So why do we love these over-the-top encounters? Perhaps it's the thrill of the unexpected, or the allure of fate. Whatever the reason, these moments offer us a glimpse into a world where love is just a serendipitous bump away. As we continue on this comedic journey to find a husband, remember, sometimes reality is just as funny as fiction. Up next, we'll navigate the realm of dating apps, where every swipe holds the promise of another laughable tale. And then, there's the magical world of dating apps. Swipe right, swipe left, swipe... Wait, what was that? Yes, welcome to the carnival of online dating, where every profile is a potential love story or a comedic disaster waiting to happen. Picture this, you're cozied up on the couch, ice cream in one hand, phone in the other, embarking on a digital safari. Each swipe is a roll of the dice. Will it be Mr. Right or Mr. What Was I Thinking? In this quirky realm, your thumb becomes the ultimate judge, jury, and sometimes executioner. Swipe right for the cute dog pic. Oh, he's got a dog. Swipe left for the gym selfie. No thanks, not another marathon runner. And then there's that awkward moment when you accidentally swipe right on your ex's profile. Yikes. But hey, it's all in good fun. With each swipe comes the promise of a new adventure, or at least a hilarious story to share with your friends over brunch. Because let's face it, sometimes the best part of dating apps isn't finding love, it's the comedic fodder they provide. So, brace yourself for this roller coaster ride through the digital dating scene. Who knows, you might just swipe right into a fairy tale or a sitcom episode. But don't worry, we've got plenty more laughs and surprises in store as we navigate this quest for a husband. Now let's dive into what happens when swiping leads to that nerve-wracking first date. The first date, where expectations meet reality, and reality usually wins. Imagine this. You've spent hours meticulously choosing your outfit, rehearsing charming anecdotes, and perfecting that effortless laugh. You've envisioned a romantic evening filled with sparkling conversation and maybe a moonlit walk. But then, reality decides to crash the party. Your date arrives, but instead of a suave Prince Charming, he's nervously fumbling with his keys, already apologizing for spilling coffee on his shirt. You both laugh it off, hoping it's a sign of shared humor rather than impending disaster. As you sit down for dinner, you realize the restaurant is a bit more crowded than anticipated. Conversations around you are louder than expected, making your own exchange sound like an awkward episode of Whisperers Anonymous. You lean in closer, desperately trying to hear his favorite band, but end up headbutting the waiter instead. And let's not forget the classic moment when you both reach for the check, only to accidentally knock over a glass of water, soaking the table and your pride. First dates are a dance of expectation and reality, a comedy sketch where the punchlines are written on the spot. It's these mishaps that become the stories we cherish and share with friends. So, embrace the chaos, laugh at the blunders, and remember, every great love story has its comedic beginnings. Now, let's move on to meeting the family. A whole new level of comedic pressure awaits. Meeting your partner's family for the first time. It's like stepping into a spotlight, where every move is scrutinized. Imagine it. You're dressed to impress, heart pounding like a drum as you approach their front door. You might think, relax, it's not a job interview, but the truth is, it kind of feels like one. As you sit down for dinner, you can't help but wonder if this is a test. Each question feels like a curveball. So what's your 5-year plan? Suddenly, you're back in college. But remember, it's all part of the comedy of errors. This isn't just any family dinner, it's an episode of your own sitcom. After all, meeting the family is just another plot twist in this hilarious journey of finding love. Welcome to the compatibility test. Imagine a world where your relationship is determined by a quiz. Sounds serious? Not here. Our fake compatibility test starts now. Question 1. Are you two a match made in heaven, or just two puzzle pieces that don't fit? Answer wisely, because this test is as accurate as a fortune cookie. Let's dive into the results. You might find out you're 80% compatible based on your mutual love of pizza and disdain for folding laundry. But fear not. Our quiz isn't about finding the perfect partner. It's about laughing at the absurdity of it all. Next question. Does your partner find your jokes funny? No pressure, but this one's crucial. And finally, the results are in. Whether you're soulmates or just great friends, remember that laughter is the best matchmaker. So put down the quiz and pick up the popcorn. It's time to enjoy the journey. Stick around because coming up next, we explore the grand gestures in romance that sometimes go hilariously wrong. In the grand theater of romance, sometimes a simple "I like you" just won't cut it. Enter the world of grand gestures, those over-the-top declarations of love that could rival any Hollywood blockbuster. We've all seen them, maybe even dreamed of them. Skywriting, flash mobs, or an orchestra under your beloved's window. Sounds perfect, right? Well, not so fast. Picture this, a serenade gone wrong when the guitarist hits a wrong note, or a romantic picnic interrupted by an unexpected downpour. And let's not forget the classic proposal at a sports game, only to find the camera panning to the wrong couple. These grand gestures have one thing in common. They're great until they're not. Join us as we dive into the comedic misadventures of love gone big. These are the stories that remind us that while romance can be dramatic, it's also delightfully unpredictable. And as we laugh through these romantic blunders, let's remember, it's not about the size of the gesture, but the thought behind it. So grab your popcorn and settle in, because this love story is just getting started. Stay tuned as we unravel more hilariously relatable tales of dating and relationships in our quest for the perfect partner, who might just be a little closer than you think. Not all love stories have happy endings, but hey, at least we get a good laugh out of it. Picture this, the dreaded breakup moment. It's like the grand finale of an emotional roller coaster, complete with dramatic pauses. You know, the kind where someone declares, "It's not you, it's me," with the seriousness of a soap opera star. Now imagine it unfolding in a coffee shop where onlookers pretend to mind their own business while secretly eavesdropping. As the tension builds, someone accidentally spills their latte, causing a chain reaction of awkwardness. Suddenly, it's not just a breakup, it's a comedy sketch. In the world of dating, breakups can be messy, but they also bring a silver lining: laughter. We all have those "did that really happen" moments where the absurdity outweighs the heartache. So when love takes an unexpected turn, remember to embrace the humor. After all, every ending is just another beginning in disguise. As we dive deeper into this journey of finding a husband, let's take a moment to reflect on what we've learned so far. Stay tuned for more hilarious insights and lessons that will keep you entertained along the way. Let's take a moment to reflect on our journey so far. We've ventured through dating app disasters, awkward family meet and greets, and those unforgettable first date fiascos. It's been quite the ride, hasn't it? But what have we really learned from all this? Probably not much, if we're being honest. After all, the quest for a husband is less about finding Prince Charming and more about enjoying the laughable moments along the way. Think about it. Each misstep, each hilarious mishap has taught us to embrace the absurdity of it all. We've discovered that sometimes the best advice comes from a friend who might just be as clueless as we are. We've learned that the perfect partner might just be a myth, and that's perfectly okay. Because in the end, it's the laughter and the stories that make this journey worthwhile. So let's keep those lessons close, even if they're wrapped in humor and chaos. And remember, it's not about reaching a destination, but cherishing every comedic twist and turn. As we continue on this wild adventure, let's hold on to the fun, because the next chapter is just around the corner. Your friends always have your back when it comes to dating advice. But let's face it, sometimes their suggestions are more amusing than helpful. Picture this, surrounded by your closest pals, and the conversation inevitably turns to your love life. One friend leans in and whispers, "Just be yourself," but like a cooler version. While another confidently advises, "You should start taking up skydiving." Ah, the joys of friendly advice. A blend of well-meaning intentions and hilariously impractical solutions. It's as if each tip is more about getting a laugh than actually landing you a husband. Try talking to the barista at your local coffee shop, one suggests, but only if he remembers your order without you saying a word. These pearls of wisdom often leave you scratching your head, wondering if they're secretly auditioning for a stand-up gig. Yet, amidst the laughter and ridiculousness, there's something undeniably comforting about knowing your friends are cheering you on. As we wrap up this segment, remember, sometimes it's not the advice itself that's important, but the laughter it brings. So, what's next on our comedic journey? Let's tackle the myth of the perfect partner and see how reality measures up. They say there's someone for everyone, but does that mean there's a perfect partner out there waiting for you? Let's challenge that notion with a bit of humor, shall we? Imagine if finding the perfect partner was as easy as ordering a latte. Tall, dark, and handsome, with an extra shot of kindness, please. But reality isn't a coffee shop, and those expectations can be a bit frothy. So let's dive into the myth of perfection. You see, searching for the perfect partner is like hunting for a unicorn. It's magical in theory, but elusive in reality. We get caught up in a whirlwind of ideals: perfect looks, perfect job, perfect personality. But really, who among us is perfect? Instead, let's laugh at those absurd standards. Picture this, you're on a date, and you pull out your checklist. Does he floss twice daily and rescue kittens on weekends? Cue the awkward silence. Let's face it, perfection isn't just overrated, it's downright impossible. The truth is, it's our quirks and imperfections that make us lovable. So instead of chasing perfection, maybe it's time to embrace the wonderfully flawed reality of human relationships. As we debunk this myth, remember that the quest for perfection might just lead to perfectly hilarious moments. Up next, we'll explore how love can surprise us in the most unexpected places. Who knew the DMV could be the next hotspot for romance? Stay tuned. Sometimes, love finds you in the most unexpected places. Like the line at the DMV. You're standing there waiting your turn when suddenly your eyes meet with the person 3 spots ahead. It's not the romantic setting you imagined, but love doesn't care about location, right? Picture this. You're at a laundromat, headphones in, minding your own business. Suddenly, a stranger approaches, holding a sock that doesn't match his laundry. It's the beginning of a conversation you never expected. Who knew love could be hiding in a basket of mismatched socks? Or consider your morning coffee run. You're in line, half asleep, when someone accidentally takes your order. In the confusion, you end up sharing a laugh and maybe even swapping phone numbers. The truth is, love doesn't follow a script. It shows up in everyday places with no warning. And that's what makes it magical and hilarious all at once. As we wrap up this comedic guide on how to find a husband, remember, love is unpredictable. It might surprise you when you least expect it, so keep your heart open and your sense of humor even wider. Stay tuned as we delve into the lessons learned from our humorous journey through dating. From awkward meet-cutes to unexpected connections, there's plenty to laugh about and a few nuggets of wisdom to cherish. So, what have we learned on this quest for love? That laughter is often the best companion. Our journey through dating was filled with unexpected twists, from meet-cutes in grocery aisles to mishaps on first dates. We've swiped, we've laughed, and perhaps learned a little something along the way. The humorous challenges of finding a husband have taught us that perfection is a myth. Maybe your checklist didn't quite match reality, and those grand romantic gestures? Not always as grand as we'd hoped. But amidst the chaos, one truth stands clear. Laughter lights the path to love. It's the glue that binds us through awkward introductions and the balm for the sting of breakups. It turns anxiety into amusement when meeting the family or navigating dating apps. We've shared advice, some helpful, some hilariously off-mark, and uncovered love in the most unexpected places, like the DMV line. Through it all, humor kept us grounded, reminding us not to take ourselves too seriously. As we wrap up this segment, carry these lessons with you. Embrace the comedy in dating, cherish the laughs, and let them guide your heart. With laughter as your ally, who knows where love might find you next? Join us in the next segment as we delve deeper into embracing the unpredictable journey of dating with open arms and a playful heart. In the end, dear viewers, it's not just about finding a husband. It's about savoring each misstep, each hilarious twist along the way. Embrace the chaos of dating with open arms and an open heart. Laugh at the awkward moments, love the unexpected ones, and remember, perfection isn't the goal. Joy is. So here's to the journey, to every swipe, every first date disaster, every piece of unsolicited advice from well-meaning friends. Here's to the stories you'll tell and the memories you'll cherish. Let's face it, this quest is as much about self-discovery as it is about love. So laugh hard, love fiercely, and who knows, you might just stumble upon your perfect match when you least expect it. And if not, well, at least you'll have a great story to tell. Thank you for joining us on this comedic exploration of love and laughter. Stay tuned for some outtakes that didn't quite make the cut, but are sure to bring a smile to your face. And now, some behind-the-scenes moments that didn't make the cut. Join us as we take a peek into the chaos and comedy behind our quest. Ever wonder what happens when you try to capture the perfect meet-cute and end up with a cart full of avocados? Or when a grand romantic gesture turns into a grand mess? Watch as our fearless cast navigates the hilarity of dating mishaps, from swiping right on the wrong person to mistaking a breakup scene for a declaration of love. These outtakes remind us that in the pursuit of finding a husband, laughter truly is the best companion. So sit back, relax, and enjoy these bloopers, where every misstep is a step closer to finding joy in the journey. As the credits roll, remember, finding a husband might be the goal, but it's the laughter along the way that makes the journey worthwhile. So here's to the bloopers that make us laugh, the outtakes that lighten our hearts, and the endless comedy that love brings into our lives. Thanks for watching, and may your quest be filled with more laughter than love letters. Until next time, keep laughing and loving.